Alright, welcome. First things first, the story in this video is set in the multiverse created by Popcross Studios here on YouTube. Go support him. Just go support him. What? Do I need to say more? Go. He's trying to reach 1 million subscribers before the end of the year, so go support him. Also, in this video is some stuff from Warhammer 40k. Now, I am not the biggest fan. I am kind of more of a newbie. So I am sorry if I horribly butcher something. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, that's all. Let's get into the actual story. Giver reached the top of the pit and didn't take a moment to rest. Decades in this infinite sprawl of halls, and he's finally back up here. Not too far from his brother. Finally he'd be back with him. He could save him and protect him again. He was so close. But fate had other plans. Suddenly, a sphere of golden light appeared next to him, and before he could react, it pulled him into its light. Giver was somewhere dim. He stood up slowly and looked forward. To any other, the sight would be horrific, but Giver had seen far worse. Far, far worse. A giant skeletal figure sat on a throne of gold that was clearly dimmed with age and etched with strange runes. The figure had cyborg parts much like Giver's own, but far more advanced, and wires. Hundreds of wires, obscuring whether the figure had limbs at all, and anchoring it to the throne. But most prominent was a halo or crown-like set of glowing runes floating around the figure's head. Glancing around the rest of the room, Giver saw many large armored men silently watching him and the giant on the throne. Suddenly, Giver heard a voice in his head, strong and firm, no doubt from the figure before him.
"Hello, young one."
"Hello," Giver spoke back, not letting on any fear. "Why am I here? I kind of had other things going on, like getting back to my brother."
"Your brother is safe. His own escape from Backcells was actually what allowed me to save you."
"Okay, and what do you want?"
"My people have drifted away from what I wanted for them. They ignored my instructions. They think me blind. They think me a god. I am no god, and I'm not blind."
"So why am I here?"
"I sensed you. Long ago, when you were burned. I sensed your will. I sensed the way you anchored yourself to life. It sent psychic ripples through the multiverse. That's how I discovered you originally."
"So you've been watching me?"
"All your life.
"Why?"
Because you were the perfect successor for me."
This caught Giver off guard, but the voice continued.
"I've seen all the crimes you've committed, and all the kindnesses. Despite your evil, there is a good man in you, a bright soul, one not confined by a strict position of order, nor a chaotic one. You're in the middle. I've begun to suspect that may be what's needed."
"I don't understand."
"I will give you my station as overseer of my universe, and with it my title of Emperor. My life support will keep me alive for a few days before I succumb to my old ailments and pass, and chaos befalls my people. But you will not be as strong as you need to be to unite them, which is why you must travel to other realms and gain enough strength to be the force you need to be. My custodies here will attest your right to the crown to the rest of my people, and my son Gilliman will support you as he has me."
The Emperor was silent for a moment before solemnly continuing, his voice getting weaker in Giver's mind.
"You'll be better for them than I have been. Forge your own path. Help them too. please.
Giver stood silent, thinking, what if I reject?
You may feel unworthy of my station, but I have deemed you worthy. I believe in you.
After what could have been minutes, but what felt like hours of silence, Giver finally spoke. And what about my brother?
You have my promise. With my last remaining power, I will make the multiverse itself keep him from perishing until you have fully become Emperor, and finally return to him.
Then I accept. Without wasting any more time, the shimmering runes around the decayed Emperor's head spun around, peeled away, and flew to wrap around Giver's head, before then snaking down to wrap around his right arm instead. The Emperor almost visibly wilted as the energy that had aided in keeping him alive left. His final projected thought to Giver was only 3 words.
Please, help them.
Giver inspected the runes that now floated around his arm, and was able to intuit how to use some. He opened a portal to a random universe and walked through, giving only one last glance to the Emperor on the throne behind him.